Liquids are some of the most challenging things that we get to pack, and fortunately for us, we send quite a bit of liquids out to customers, so we get plenty of opportunities to learn to do it right. The first rule in shipping liquids is liquids go by themselves. So liquids ship in a carton unto themselves, not with other non-liquid products. If I have a bottle of hull cleaner and a fish finder, they do not go in the same box. If I have a bottle of oil and a light assembly, they do not go in the same box. The liquids are always going to go in the same box together, but not with other merchandise. So let's take a look what I have here. I have a couple of bottles, quart bottles of oil, and I have a tube of grease. And by the way, I consider this grease as a liquid and ship it accordingly. The first thing I'm going to do with this merchandise is I'm going to tighten the caps. I want to make sure that those are on good and tight. Sometimes they're tight at the manufacturer, but over a period of time, they will become loose. So we want to make sure that they are nice and tight. The next thing we're going to do with these items is we're going to bag them. The bag is an added level of insurance. Should this item leak, perhaps it will only leak a little bit and it'll make it to the customer with only a little bit of leakage inside the bag. If we do not have these in a Ziploc sealed bag, if it leaks, it'll immediately cause a stain on the cardboard, and that cardboard will show a wetness to it, and then that package will be rejected by UPS and returned to Medart. And you see here, I'm placing 2 quarts in the same bag. That's fine to do. You don't have to have an individual bag necessarily for everything, but I'm going to make sure that's good and sealed, okay? So I have my product ready to pack in a box. And I just happened to see this box here that was already sitting there. It's a good sturdy box, okay? I'm going to use this box to pack in. UPS recommends that when shipping liquids or other fragile items, that there be padding on all 6 sides of the box. In addition, we are going to use an arrow up sticker on 4 sides. This indicates to all those that would handle this box that the box is going to remain orientated in this fashion throughout its transit. So we've got one of those on each side. Now I want a little padding in the bottom of this box, and it's just a little bit of cushioning. So I'm going to use a little bit of void fill paper here, and I'll lay that in the bottom of the box, okay? And then in go my merchandise. First I'm putting in 2 quarts of oil, and then I'm going to put in this container of grease, okay? I've got those relatively centered in there, all right? And now I want to keep them in the middle. I'm going to use some void fill and go around my product. And what I'm doing there is I'm blocking that to stay in the middle, okay? So I have padding on the bottom of the box. I've got this void fill blocking that to keep the oil and grease centered in the box. And then I'll fill in with a little more paper. And I'm making sure this liquid stays in the center of our box and also cushioning it from any blows it would take on the side. So there I have our liquid, which you can barely see now. There's one bottle, there's the other bottle, and here's our tube of grease. They're centered in my package. The last bit of padding I need is on the top. The common misconception happens, we make a box, we put the bottles in, we do everything right, and then we have the bottle too close to the top. So you can just imagine if this carton's by mistake put upside down and it rides like this and it hits on that cap, sometimes a bottle will leak in that fashion. But we want to put a little bit of padding right on the top between the lid of the bottle and the top of the corrugated container. Just a little bit of padding there. Then we're going to seal this up. This is a double overlap box. I don't know where we got this box, but it's a nice strong one and it works great for these liquids. It's all sealed up. That package is ready to go.